A sensitive landscape is something like a wetland or a steep slope with thin soils, or maybe the glades that are along the Blue River and Swope Park. It's a landscape that's kind of fragile and that, if damaged, it has a hard time repairing itself.
There are large areas in both Kansas and Missouri where those native plants, which primarily were native prairie, were disturbed along the last 100 years or so of our development.
We use native plants to manage sensitive landscapes such as stream corridors or preserved areas because it reestablishes the ecosystem in terms of the plant material. It provides the food for the native animals that would be in that area, and basically creates the whole ecosystem and keeps that intact.
When you have a good, vigorous stand of native vegetation with good soils, you're helping create a more durable landscape that actually is less prone to disturbance and is able to repair itself better.
Native plants take longer to establish because they have an extensive root system. So actually, when you plant seed or even install plugs that are native plants, the first 2 years that plant is going to spend creating its extensive root system, which is part of what is the benefit of holding the soil, infiltrating storm water, being able to survive drought. So it's not until about the 3rd year that you start to see native plants really put energy into the growth on top of the ground.
Native plants actually do a much better job of armoring a stream bank, because all the deep roots will actually kind of reinforce the stream bank and hold the soils, kind of like rebar or carbon fiber in concrete. But that native vegetation will actually be the weakest that it ever is going to be on the day that it's installed, and it will only get stronger over time. And then the native vegetation on the surface will slow down the runoff, so it'll reduce erosion. Those deep roots will soak water into the ground. And overall, you have a much greater decrease in erosion, a much stronger stream bank, and you're also reducing pollution that's entering the stream as well. So native plants are wonderful. It's nature's way of armoring stream banks and managing stormwater. And in urban areas, the Discovery Center is a perfect example where we're really rediscovering how beautiful these plantings can be and how much they add to an otherwise concrete, asphalt, and brick environment.